What's up, everybody? Welcome to Closing Open Wounds. My name is Cleisha. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. Today, I want to talk about something that we need to talk about. And lately, God has been having me cover subjects that get us back to the basics. You know, how to love, how to treat one another, how we should conduct ourselves as decent human beings and as Christians. So today, I want to talk about something that God has pressed upon me to talk about. Now, I'm not here to preach to you. However, the scripture in Psalms 6 and starting at the 16th verse talks about 6 things that God hates and the 7th thing he detests. So, and I want you to read that for yourself. But as I went through the scripture, a lot of things that displeases God has a lot to do with gossiping, lying, running swiftly to mischief, one of the scriptures says. And that's basically just running to hear the latest gossip and being around and in the company of people who are tearing others down. We need to do better. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because it's important. It's important not to gossip and sow discord and lie. And, you know, especially if you weren't there, you shouldn't be talking about subjects that do not concern you. We're getting back to basics, okay? And I find that a lot of people are not going through an attack of the enemy per se. They're not going through an attack of the enemy. You are actually just reaping what you have sown. That's basically it. When you involve yourself in matters that don't, just bring people up, that don't build people. And if you engage in conversations that tear people down, God will spin the block. I mean, it does come back to you. If you don't know, I work in corporate America. I've been working in property management for almost 15 years. And even past that, I've worked with a lot of women. Women can be very catty. And what I can say about the men, they talk a lot too. It's getting kind of messy on both ends, I shall say that. And that displeases God. It's not a way that we should carry ourselves. It's not good. It's not good morally, and it really shows where you are maturely. That's what it shows. So I work in these offices and I hear a lot of things. Okay. I had one of my colleagues tell me that hearing the latest gossip is a character flaw that she has. And she was very honest about it. And we talked about it. And she said that, Felicia, I need to be more like you because I don't do gossip. I don't do drama. The Bible talks about blessed are the peacemakers. And I'm not saying that I'm all grand or I have it all together. But when I see and I hear different things, I get away from it. I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want my name in anything, especially at this big age. I don't need it. I have my own life. I have my own things that I got going on. So I don't need to hear the demise of other people or sit around the campfire, if you will, and discuss someone else's business or what they're going through. This is just something that we need to think about. We need to watch our mouths. We really need to stop talking about one another. I have another colleague who is shadowing me, and she wanted to confide in me about some things. And I said, listen, and I told her this. Each person in this office has confided in me about someone else in the office, and they would never know. Never. Some people just need to talk and get it out of their system. And I understand that. But I'm not going to take someone's information and just talk about it and tell the person, what does that do? That sows discord. Are you really helping the situation when you do that? When someone tells you something in confidence, are you really helping the situation by telling what was said? Think about it. me as an ex-property manager, if I had discord in my office, which was very rare, actually the discord that I had in my office was coming from the maintenance department. Crazy. I worked with, it was 4 beautiful girls in the office, and we all worked cohesively because that's just how I ran things. But unless you're ready to have a meeting with everyone involved, I can't believe everything that you say. And that's how I would handle things. So now, I say all this to say this. When I encounter my colleagues or people that I come across, they understand, oh yeah, you're a woman of God. Now that doesn't mean much these days, being a Christian, I will admit, but it's our duty to do what we're supposed to do as individuals. There are a lot of hypocritical people out there who profess that they're Christians and that they love God and that we walk in love. But we are very biased with our love. We choose who we love and who we cover. But that's not how God has created us and wants us to be. We have to cover all. We have to cover everyone. We have to show love, honor, and respect to everyone, to do our best to be peacemakers. So I challenge you, don't be messy. And if you are being messy, stop being messy, because it's not right. Especially if you profess to be a follower of Christ. Now, we're not all going to get it right. We all have struggles. We all have things that we're working through. That is true. But gossip? That should be easy. Mind your business. Drink your water, right? We're getting back to basics. We're getting back to healing. If this world had more love, we would be so much better. If we cared about our neighbors and not trying to tear each other down and getting on the phone and talking about one another. That's why I move the way that I move. I'm an introvert. A lot of people don't know that, and they can't tell that, but I stay to myself for a reason. That way, when things come up, they know, Cleisha, she ain't got nothing to do with that, because that's just not her character. One of my colleagues said, Cleisha, you're a Christian? And I said, yes. I think I was talking to someone else about the Bible or something biblical. She pulled me to the side. You're a Christian? And I said, yes. She said, that makes sense. I see that. Sometimes you are the only walking Bible that someone knows. It's about our character. Get back to basics, guys. Let's strengthen our character. We're not perfect. No one is. But let's do what we can. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and join our growing family. I'll see you again soon. Take care.